Welcome back to GHRTV. Today we are here in Geneva at the United Nations headquarters. We have an honorable guest who has kindly agreed to this interview. I'm going to now ask him to introduce himself.
Namaste. I'm Swami Mitrananda from Chinmaya Mission. I come from India. I'm along with Chinmaya Mission and we teach a particular topic called Vedanta. Vedanta is a subject which is found in the last portion of Vedas. There are 4 volumes. Vedas have 4 volumes. The end portion is called Vedanta, which is spirituality, more connected to metaphysics, quantum physics. So, Chinmaya Mission teaches that portion of the Vedas. Swami Mitrananda started Chinmaya Mission way back in 1951. And the motto of what he has given us is maximum happiness to maximum people for maximum time. We believe this entire universe is one family, and our prayers, Vedic prayers, are generally Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, let everyone be peaceful, every being, not just the humans. So we teach this knowledge called Vedanta through Bhagavad Gita and the Upanishads. So Chinmaya Mission has done this work across the globe. We have around 300 centers. At all age groups, people can connect with Chinmaya Mission for spiritual knowledge. So we are an organization which caters to spreading of knowledge and renaissance of the Hindu culture. And we take this message across to you. To put it very simple, Chinmaya Mission aims at self-unfoldment. Basically, we believe all of us are born human. By the time we die, we should be divine. So, human to divine transformation is the journey. So, keeping this in mind, we have different books which teach and we take up. So, to work, to get to a state of divinity, we need to purify ourselves. What is this purification? Getting rid of selfishness. Antakarna Shuddhi, it is called in Sanskrit. So, the distance between you and divinity, or the distance between you and God, is how selfish one person is. If we can get the selfishness out, it's done. So, the mission organizes camps, programs, where a person gets an opportunity to commit to some selfless work. Through that selfless work, backed by knowledge, the mind and the intellect gets purified. So the selfishness goes away, then only we can probably sit quietly. And it has to happen naturally. So the method Chinmaya Mission does is self-unfoldment through service. My teacher, Swami Mitrananda, used to say it so beautifully. You have a tree. The outer bark of the tree is religion. The sap inside is spirituality. Spirituality cannot stand by itself, it needs to be guarded. So the religion, rituals, etc. comes out to guard the outer. The bark is not the tree, but the tree cannot survive without bark. So you need the rituals, the religious aspects, and the life of the tree is the sap. So both are required. Rituals are needed to a point for cleansing, etc. And then you transcend rituals. So it's an early stage. So they are, according to us, they are not separate. They are needed, both. So if people make a statement, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, they only mean I have used religious steps to come to where I am now, reached spirituality. So it's not, they are separate. I've gone through the ladder and I've reached a particular point. For someone else that is needed. So it's like you worship the form and then you transcend the form. That's how it is. They are not two separate. Religious tolerance and interfaith dialogues are absolutely important, mandatory. Religion teaches us to rise up to divinity. And in the name of religion, there are conflicts too. So, people have become rigid with their views, and that creates a lot of hatred, intolerance. And once it creates intolerance, living becomes difficult. Violence comes. So, in a simple language, interfaith dialogue should start with all paths are valid, all books are perfect, all religions are equal. Every religion takes you to the higher. This understanding is very important. We can avoid religious conflict only when we agree on this. If a particular book, or the people who follow that particular book, or the people who preach that particular book, say this book alone is valid, other books are not valid, that creates conflict. So who's got a right to say other books are not valid? So this agreement in a new world, more evolved beings have to arrive. To get them there, regular interfaith dialogues are necessary, not to discuss what is similar. Similarity, we have seen it for years now. So we need to understand that each one practices a different way, and that person has a right to practice what he wants. So this going around in the world, converting people, is absolute violence. It's a violence. Violence on humanity. When you go and convert a person from one religious faith to another faith, it is an act of violence. And that violence is not accepted. So I have been part of quite a few interfaith dialogues in which we have brought in the top leaders, and we hold a round table. So no one is superior here. So everybody sits there and one person has to moderate and everyone expresses their views. And we have got a tremendous support for this from very different faiths. And everyone who's talking, and more or less those religious groups have accepted that every religion has a right to practice what they want, and I cannot force my religious beliefs on others. Now imagine the level of violence if one particular faith forces their belief on others. So the interfaith religious dialogues are very important, and the starting point should be all religions are valid, all paths are valid. When we start from there, then there would be a kind of harmony coming. Coexistence is important. When you say my path is valid and you have no right to be here, then coexistence is not possible. So to coexist harmoniously, this acceptance that all paths are valid is very important.